Hello everyone, my name is Talon, and I came to you guys talk to you about my appendix. On February 5th, I started to have some weird cramping, abdominal pain coming from right here to my right side. But at first I thought it was just, gas because I had a lot of broccoli that night. And again, Monday night, I started to feel like bloating, gas, cramping. And then I just thought, okay, let me just take some Pepto Bismol or drink a lot of water. So Tuesday came. Tuesday it was still there, but it wasn't as bad. Um, and then Tuesday night of February 5th, I believe, I could be wrong, but that's when I started having bad pain, and the pain was like from my belly, my right side to my lower back. And then and that pain was like, it was pretty severe for about an hour, and then it gotten better. But at first I was like, is this like, is this normal to have sharp pain or with something with gas? And then Wednesday, that's when I noticed I had a fever. So I told my mom that we need to see a doctor because now I have a fever with pain on my right side. So on Thursday, we went to the doctors. This was on February 6th, I believe. And the doctor looked to my blood. My white blood count was 20.5, which is pretty severe. And we took a x-ray, and he said you could have a bowel obstruction. So he sent me to the ER. And when we got to the ER, we did some tests, blood work, his CT scan. And when the CT scan was done, the doctors figure out what was the problem, and my appendix perforated. What that means is it burst, but they don't know exactly how bad it burst. So on that Friday of February 7th, that's when I was into surgery. Unfortunately, I didn't get surgery that night because they didn't have a surgeon available, so I had to wait until Friday. But the good news was they put me on antibiotics before my surgery started. After surgery, the doctor said it was pretty bad, and he said I was lucky enough to get there in time, and thank God for that. My symptoms after surgery: nauseous, fatigue, loss of appetite. And like the first few days of recovery it was bad. Nauseous, vomiting. It was miserable. But after like day 3 and 4, I started to become, I started to eat like liquid diet, started to eat a lot better. And then day 5 and 6, I started to eat solids. And again, I had to stay at the hospital because there was infection in my blood because how bad my appendix burst. So the infection went to my blood, but the good news was the doctors put me on antibiotics for 5-6 days, and since then I've been recovering very well. I will say this: please listen to your body when something is not right, especially if the pain doesn't subside or the nausea doesn't go away, because you don't know how bad it is until you go to the emergency room. And like I said, it could be something, gas or something. You always got to listen to your body, check your temperature, keep an eye on the pain, see if there's any blood in your all that stuff. But I will say this: I'm very lucky that I listened to my body on day 3 because I wasn't getting better. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want you guys to be aware that appendicitis is no joke. You can die from it if not treated. So like I said, I hope none of you guys get this. But this is just a message to everyone that I suffered through appendicitis. And hey, I don't have to worry about it anymore. But I just don't want you guys going through what I did. And some people might say, oh, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But we all know being in the hospital for 5 days is pretty miserable. But like I said, I'm recovering well. I'm doing good, drinking, eating. And yeah, that's my story on the appendix. But don't worry, everybody. I'll be back to normal as soon as possible. Thank you all for listening to my story.